All right. I don't have a whole lot to say about this. I remember one time. Uh, Now this was on the radio, of course. Tom Lakis talked about this one guy. I don't know if it was Mark and Brian, or I don't know if it was one of the duo radio talk show hosts, the Shock Jocks, right? Kevin and Bean or somebody had had to pay the FCC a fine for exposing himself somewhere, or somebody's. I don't know. And Tom once said, "Could you imagine me spread eagle because the guy is fat?" Um, so I'm trying to show. There's some pictures of Boogie trying to bear all. I don't know what that's about. He had a sensor bar, a fake sensor bar in real life sensor bar. Okay, so imagine this is the sensor bar. Okay, and you're just trying to put it over your was it Tom Likas once said your fupa, your whatever it is, and trying to cover everything, but then showing everything. So there's pictures right now on Twitter. I don't want to see them. I don't think anybody else wants to either. I'll let you if you've seen Boogie without a shirt on, that you can fill in the rest of the picture. I don't really, I don't want to gross out my audience. I don't need to gross out my audience or lose my channel for this. Um, yeah, man. I mean, so there he is with his girlfriend, and I cannot. I think Al Smith criticized this, and I said, it's like if she makes him happy, great. He's got to stay in shape, or else he'll die an early death, and she'll only have spent a few years with him. You got to take care of yourself. You got to do it. Anyway, so what's he in trouble? He's in trouble. So I just saw Boogie's Power of the Internet podcast yesterday, in which he basically was just, he was in a Santa suit. He talked about um and he was talking about the very thing that he got banned off of Twitch. He got banned off of Twitch for nudity. I think it was this morning or last night. So either it was in the middle of either it was midnight his time or sometime that he got banned off of Twitch for full frontal nudity. And he swear that his fat gut was covering everything. It was still nudity. It was not worth it. But he was talking about this. He was talking about, well, I'm not going to go get nude unless my fan base wants me to. And it's like, he did the very thing he got, like he predicted he wrote his own bad future here in the Power of the Internet. Okay. So if you go back to the last one where he dressed up as Santa Claus, that was the one he made yesterday. He talked about this, and then he did the thing, and now he's banned off of Twitch. I don't know if it's banned off of Twitch for life, or if it's just a temporary ban. It might be a temporary ban because maybe they feel sorry for him. I don't know. Maybe because if he's a Biden supporter, maybe they'll Twitch being ridiculous as they are, they might let him off with a warning. Um, but I think he was talking about how they had nudity okay. Nudity was okay as an art form, and then less than 24 hours later, they reversed the decision. I just I don't want to ever. You're not going to see my wiener or my bolas or anything on the internet. You don't need to see it. You don't even need to see my ass. I'm not the only time you ever. I mean, if I ever had to make a post and where I had to look at you and I have just my dress shirt on, it's summertime and it's 100 something degrees outside, and well, it's going to be that way. That is probably it. And I think I probably have done one video where I've just had my dress shirt on. Maybe you saw tit, maybe you didn't. That's about it. I just don't need to lose my channel or get a permanent ban over stuff like that. Um, it's ridiculous. Now he's spoken out against it. Um, he's expressed his disdain for getting banned off of Twitch. Honestly, like, just you don't need to do that. Al Smith, who loves Ghostbusters, doesn't need to do that. He would like. I think he would like to spare his audience. Okay. Now, as far as his personal life, making the documentary he made, in a way, I'm glad he made the documentary because so many people were making negative videos of him. That one guy who was like a fitness trainer was looking out for Boogie, so he was criticizing him in a positive light. And then there were just um, and people were making fun of him for his girlfriend being too young. Hey, look, I don't have a herd the cattle approach to love. I don't. Look how many divorced marriages end in divorce because people are trying to do the right thing and do it the right way and all this stuff. I've told you my life story. I told you about my parents, which reminded me of not to segue too much into this, but I saw a Candace Owens video criticizing a woman for not liking her father in an obituary. Okay, well, Candace, you don't even know what that woman went through. You don't know what that woman went through with her father. Okay, there are just some terrible fathers. Okay, there are just some terrible people. Um, Billy Joel. I talk about Billy Joel and his wife. So as far as his girlfriend, I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with this. I don't. As long as he takes care of his health, so he can be with her for a long time, that's all that matters. But you're not doing her any favors by doing. You're not doing Desi any favors by doing dumb shit like this. You're not. You're just not. You're not doing her any favors by doing things like that. Getting on your hands and knees, apologizing to someone who told you to go end yourself. Um, Being nude on the internet. I mean, you're just not helping. Okay. Um, you have the power of the internet. I think the lol cow stuff is just probably just a shit podcast that shouldn't be there. You're talking to your audience again. You're communicating with your audience again the way when you used to review movies or talk about video games, and less about what's bugging you. And you should talk about what's bugging you every now and then, but you gotta kind of. And I hate to be the guy to tell you. I'm only saying this because as an observer of your channel, I've seen what you've done that works, and the old content you used to do work. And even like going out with your girlfriend to different places, going to going to like Ripley's Believe It or Not, or going to Knott's Berry Farm, or going to like see the world's biggest ball of yarn. I don't know. I mean, that's what you take her to go do, and people would like that too because they want to see you happy. So taking the girlfriend out on a date, videos, having conversation about what Sony's up to, what Microsoft is up to, what Disney's up to, the power of the internet. Just stick to that stuff, man. I mean, I think Twitch is a detriment to your being. Um, I know people say, well, he's a different person there, but it's that different person is what's killing his. I mean, he got in trouble many times before for what he said on Twitch. So maybe it's just you kick the Twitch habits to the curb. Maybe just stick to video gaming on Twitch. Just play some games. Look at Vinny Vinesauce, okay? Let's say, why can't you be more like Vinny Vinesauce? Vinny Vinesauce does have political opinions, and he does have points of view. But I think they're closer to like mine, where it's like, I like some of these things from the left. I like some of these things from the right. I like whatever is cool, whatever's interesting. Um, Probably leans more towards some conservative values than liberal, but I think all around he's a good human being, and he doesn't really he just likes what he likes and doesn't like what he doesn't like. But he keeps his humor sort of PG-13, PG. Like he doesn't. You're never gonna see him do that kind of stuff. Vinny does not need to do that stuff on Twitch. He does not need to do that stuff. Neither does Jabroni Mike or Varscoth or Joel, or definitely not Lime Malicious. Lime Malicious just likes her avatar. Can you imagine if she had a nude avatar, a nude cartoon? Oh God. Would she test the waters, even though it's not really her body? It's just like, let me just mess with my audience. So no, it's not worth it. Just keep doing the things that are working. Don't try to experiment. Don't try to do a weird experiment. Okay, you know better than that. Yeah. So let's not think of Boogie as a big fucking white naked whale, and let's try to keep this image in our heads. Merry Christmas.